pessoal, estou aqui com o Bruce LaBruce. Grande honra para nós, né? Aqui dos Entendidos. So it's a great honor. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. I have a cold, so excuse me if I blow my nose.
It's okay. Be fine.
I just came from Iceland, so
it was really cold there.
Yeah.
Now it's
I got a cold.
okay. So about this movie, Gerontophilia, I read some reviews and people were saying that because
hate
of
it.
the lack of I thought it was funny because of the lack of sex scenes, they said that it got unsoft.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if there is sex, they say it's too hardcore, and now don't have. So is it trying to be mainstream?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, some people said that. I mean, like the horrible trades, like Variety, and they always hate my movies because they say they're too pornographic and they're too extreme and nobody will want to watch them. And now that I make a movie that's a little more accessible and, you know, that 14-year-olds can see or whatever, they say, oh, he's lost his edge and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, you know, there's always this kind of like expectation that the media wants to, you know,
Put you in this box.
they want you to put you in a box, and they have their own narrative that they want you to conform to. Like, so if I make one slightly more mainstream movie, then that means that I'm betraying my, you know, all my other work
roots,
and whatever. So fuck them, you know. It's like I wanted to try something different. It was a complete experiment for me to make like a movie within the government financing system of Canada, where it's my biggest budget that I've ever worked with. I always make guerrilla films. I make like micro budget or low budget films, you know, and scrape together the financing wherever I can. This time I got, you know, bigger government financing, and I, you know, I went through casting agencies and I worked with a union crew, and I did a whole different style of making a film because I thought I wanted to try something different. So if they want to say whatever they want to think of it, it's fine. It's just I did something different, and I tried to stay true to my themes, and you know, it's about a taboo. It's about
it's actually a taboo in the gay culture because it's so centered around youth and all that. Do you feel that it was for that, and have you thought about attacking this specific thing?
You know, I also didn't really want to make necessarily a gay film. Like, it's not just in gay culture, although maybe it's more pronounced in gay culture, but in all of culture, in pop culture,
capitalism.
Yeah, it's youth culture is so overvalued, and you know, the elderly people over a certain age are dismissed and kind of like not valued for their judgment, for their wisdom, for their experience, you know, whatever. They're just kind of, you know, forgotten about. So in a way, I think it's time, you know, to value these people more and to think about them more. So that was one of the reasons. The film is a kind of metaphor for that. I mean, gerontophilia is a sexual fetish for the elderly, but it also means a love of the elderly and an appreciation of the elderly. So, you know, then having said that, I mean, it's the trap that you can fall into is to be too sentimental about old people, and I didn't want to be sentimental either. So I wanted to be romantic but not sentimental. So, you know, I added elements that are a little crazy, like the fact that the old man's body is fetishized, like really extremely, and the fact that he's kind of aware of that he's the object of desire in the film, and he kind of you know, he teases the boy about his fetish, and he's not like a weepy, sentimental old man. He's a very kind of interesting character. So.
And last year and everything, you were with the LA Zombie and Otto, dealing about the undead. Do you feel that this new fascination in pop culture about zombies and vampires and all that reflects something about the way people consume or are consumed by the media or something like that?
You know, for me, I made my last two pictures before this were zombie movies, and you know, zombies are always a metaphor for capitalism and consumerism. But it's also a metaphor for people who are who are marginalized, who are misfits, who kind of like the undead are kind of a weird echo. Those zombies are kind of a weird echo of, like I say on Auto, like a kind of a reminder of our own, you know, conformist behavior. You know, so they can be very conformist, and but they're also, you know, like homeless and marginalized. So they're an interesting. That's why I made them gay zombies, because gays traditionally have been marginalized.
And now we're more conformist.
And now we're more conformist, so it's a great metaphor for gays, you know.
Yeah, and speaking about that, something very present in your work. How do you see, I was actually reading that today you feel that the gay agenda, it's toward assimilation and to be
normalization,
accepted and normalization and
tolerance.
Do you feel that?
Well, for me, you know, it really goes against my core beliefs, you know, my philosophy of homosexuality, which has always been about that homosexuality is an opportunity to be nonconformist and to be different and to explore other different kind of social and political and emotional and philosophical configurations. You know, so for me personally, I find the assimilationist movement a bit of a hard pill to swallow. You know, it's kind of almost a betrayal of what I believe in. You know, it's always been a very liberal and a very, or at least liberal and sometimes very revolutionary kind of, you know, movement, the gay liberation movement, and now it's become something quite different, where you know, the gay mainstream is trying to disassociate itself from all its more extreme elements, and in order to fit in and in order to be accepted, and I find that disturbing.
It's weird.
Yeah, and weird.
Art's the way to actually put that in the face.
Yeah, because I'm a filmmaker, because I'm an artist, I am able to still express my difference and express homosexuality in kind of non-conformist ways.
Thank you so much. It's so nice meeting you. Thank you. A gente fez isso aí. Obrigado.